want to share a secret about self-made millionaires that completely changed the way I think about wealth. It isn't about just making more money. It is about changing the way you see opportunity, make decisions, and build a life that can benefit your family and your people around you. Whether we have children or not, your mindset influence others. People learn from what you do than what you say. Your habit, your discipline, your decision becomes an example. So stay until the end of this video to find out.
You're listening to the Real Estate Growth Investor Circle Canada with your host, Gob. This is a safe space for immigrants, entrepreneurs, and future investors who are learning, growing, or taking their first steps in real estate. Here, we move with patience, focusing on clarity, confidence, and progress, one step at a time. Each episode is about real conversations, simple explanations, and honest stories from people who started right where you are and didn't give up. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, unsure, or discouraged, you're not alone. This podcast is here to guide, encourage, and remind you that growth is possible. Welcome to Growth Investor Circle to Real Estate Investing in Canada and around the world. Here's Gob.
Welcome back to this episode. The first secret of self-made millionaires is wealth begins in your mind. I love this topic. As you know, I'm all in when we talk about mindset. Have you ever wondered why two people can grow up in the same city, attend the same school, have this similar opportunity, and yet one becomes financially free while the others struggles financially? What they think is nowhere they started. We can wealth is begins in your mind long before it appears on in your bank account. I know this because I lived the opposite. There was a time when I believed working hard was the answer. I worked long hours, gave my best at work, earned a paycheck, paid bill, enjoyed little money on the weekend, and then repeat the same cycle every Monday. I wasn't building wealth. I was earning income. There was a big difference. Income pays you today's bill. Wealth is building a legacy to leave behind and freedom to spend time with your loved ones, to support others, and to live your life the way you want. That is building wealth. Wealth is built by decision you make today that continue creating value tomorrow. Every investment, every skills you learn, every relationship you build, every calculated risk start with a decision in your mind before it ever show up in your finances. In your finances. What is killing your success is secret number two, which is your comfort zone is more expensive than failure. What are you talking about? This is it's something that nobody ever taught me this. I found out by making so many mistakes in my life that when I found out my comfort zone was what was killing my success. Was definitely it was like a prison. Most people think failure is expensive. I believe comfort zone even more expensive. What? Because every day you stay comfortable without learning a new skills, without investing, without building something, or without growing, you are paying an invisible price. The cost isn't today paycheck. The cost is the wealth you never created. Remember this. If you are not growing, you are shrinking. If you are not improving, you are falling behind. And if you are not improving, you are declining. And if you are not building assets, you are making it hard to become financially free for years. So I believed success meant graduating from university, getting a secure job, buying a nice home, and working until retirement. That was my success. But there is nothing wrong with these goals. But eventually I realized that they weren't automatically creating the wealth. They weren't creating any wealth for me. So I was just doing exactly what Robert Kiyosaki called the right race. trading my time for money while my income stays stopped every time I stopped working. That that realization changed everything. I stopped asking, how can I work? I stopped really asking how can I work harder? Instead, I started asking, how can I build something that continue creating value even when I'm not working? The question changed the direction of my life. I can change in it. I can assure you it can change yours too. Here is good news, which leads to secret number three. Every skill is learnable. Wealth is created in the mind. Then anyone can learn how to build it. Because every skill that creates wealth is learnable. Let me ask you a question. How many of you can drive a car? If you can learn to drive a car, you can learn almost anything. Nobody is born knowing how to negotiate. Nobody is born understanding real estate. Nobody is born knowing how to sell. Nobody is born and as an entrepreneur. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once confused. The only difference is they decided to keep learning. The only things that stop most of people isn't lack of intelligence, is believe that they can't learn. Roger Bannister, for decades, expert believed running a mile in under 4 minutes was impossible. Doctors said the human body couldn't do it. Scientists believed their heart couldn't survive it. Too. Coaches thought it was simply beyond human ability. And on May 6, 1954, a young medical student named Rogers Basset proved everyone wrong. He ran the mile in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. But there, here is a fascinating part. He didn't just run it, he broke the record. So once one person proved it was possible, other runners began breaking the same record. The barrier wasn't physical. It was mentally. The lesson is simple. Nothing is impossible once someone proved it possible. And if someone else can learn it, so can you. You are still writing your story. Next chapter hasn't been written yet. But learning one new skills isn't enough. There is another secret every made millionaires understand. Nothing works the first time. Imagine it, a baby quit after failing once. None of us would know how to walk. Yet adults quit after one rejection, one failure investment, one unsuccessful interview, one difficult month. Failure isn't proof that you are incapable. Unfortunately, many of us grew up in the school system that punished mistakes. We were taught that getting the wrong answer meant we are not smart enough. But life doesn't work that way. The market rewards people who learn faster than everyone else. The faster so you learners usually makes the most of the mistakes because they're taking the most of the actions. Every mistake gives you feedback. Every setback teach you a lesson. Every failure move you one step closer to success. So if you are refusing to fail, you're also refusing to grow. I remember learning to drive. One thing terrified me, driving beside a truck, a big truck. Every time I saw one, I became nervous because I believed they were dangerous. Then something interesting happened. Eventually, I learned to drive the truck myself. Suddenly, my perspective changed. This truck didn't change or hadn't changed. I had changed. Once I looked impossible became completely normal. That is exactly what happened with business, with investing, with public speaking, with sales, any skills you want to learn. Everything feels impossible until you become familiar with it. After studying successful entrepreneur and discovering something powerful, they are successful because they learn to think differently. Success begins long before money. long before business, long before recognition. Success is an inside job before it ever becomes outside result. If you change the way you think, you will change the way you act. And if you change the way you will change the result you create. People will call you lucky. People will not know the truth. All started with a decision to think differently. So if you love what we are sharing here, stay tuned because we're gonna continue sharing good content so you can learn to build your wealth. Because we have one goal. You are just a step away from creating wealth to generation to come. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Real Estate Growth Investor Circle Canada. We hope you learned something valuable today that will help you continue to move forward on your real estate journey. If you need more information or you'd like to reach God for a one-on-one, go to growthinvestorscircle@gmail.com. Join us next time for more tips and proven strategies to grow your real estate business. Until next time, remember, progress comes one step at a time.